Oh, hello there, party people. How are you? Welcome to episode 2 of the SNTcast, where today we have gameplay in the background, and, nice TF2 gameplay. But we're gonna ignore that, because I had an idea. Podcasts don't do very well on YouTube, but you know what does? A certain video game. So what we're gonna do for the background of this podcast cue the Minecraft video. There you go. There's Minecraft gameplay in the background of this. I think these clips are 2 years old from back when I used to play PlayStation Minecraft with a friend of mine. So that's always fun. I probably shouldn't be doing a podcast today because I have no time. Because as I said in a previous video, which you should go watch, I'm going on a holiday in about an hour and a half. So I've got to talk for however long this podcast takes, then edit it, render it, make a thumbnail, and then schedule it and stuff for whilst I'm away. Like the For Honor video that you should have already seen, because you should watch all of my For Honor videos, because they're nice. And it's basically just this podcast, but in an abridged form. So if you don't want to listen to me talk for at least half an hour, or however long this ends up being, go watch that video instead and leave this. I kind of understand if podcasts don't do very well, because no one likes podcasts. I've always liked them, though. So, shut up. Anyway, what am I going to talk about today? Well, I'm not entirely sure. I guess I could just start off with a recent topic. I forgot to get a drink before I started this, so welcome to the Claggy Throat edition. What's happened in the last hour or two? It was announced that Shadowkeep, the new Destiny 2 DLC, is being delayed by 2 weeks, which is good because it means that it won't be bad. Well, it means that it probably won't be bad, and if it is bad, then Bungie has no excuses because they delayed it. This is the first time since the days of yore, back when Destiny was owned by Activision, a solid month ago, thereabouts. Activision used to own Bungie, or used to own Destiny or something, I don't exactly know how it worked, and then they would say, no, you can't delay your DLCs, which are bad and, don't really work. That would be ludicrous for us to wait for a thing that actually works and functions and that people want to buy. We'll just pump them out every 3 months to a year. Yeah, we'll just do that. That's a wonderful time. But then Activision was like, nah, we're leaving. Or Bungie said, nah, we're leaving. Again, don't quite know how it worked. And now Bungie just owns Destiny 2 and nobody else, which means they can delay their content now to make it better. And this makes me very, very happy, but also quite worried, because the raid comes out 4 days after the DLC comes out, which is a bit oh-no-y, because 4 days is a long time to gear up, which means that a lot of people might be getting god-rolled weapons and stuff already, which, maybe not the best thing for the raid, because one of the fun parts of the raid was using a hand cannon with I don't know, what's a bad roll, auto-loading holster and drop mag, and then... No, wait, that does suck. Auto-loading holster, drop mag, and, opening shot. That was always the funny habit. You're using, bad weapons and stuff. But now people are going to be able to, farm for their weapons, and that might be less big oh-no-y, because people will actually know what they're getting, and that spooks me a little bit. I don't quite like that. But I like the fact overall that they're going to spend time working on their DLCs instead of making them subpar. I'd prefer them to be good and late than on time and bad, which is always how I think every games company should run. I don't think anyone has issues with content being delayed in order for it to be made better, and if people do have issues with that, they're a little bit odd. Because why would you have an issue with waiting for better content? And people can argue, oh, the content should just be good straight away, but that's not how that works in any video game. So, just wait around and then play Shadowkeep the day that it does come out. and then be like, "Hoo, this is all nice and fun, aren't I cool?" I don't really know what I'm saying. I don't actually have many opinions. Like, I don't know why it was delayed. They didn't really say, but like Armor 2.0, that could be a thing. And there were also like changing some mods from like a little snippet that we saw. Also, Crucible hopefully will be getting a lot of rebalancing, because Crucible right now is a hot mess. I can talk about my opinions on Crucible if you want. And, I mean, I don't know why I said if you want. You have no way to input your opinion. So, I am doing... Okay, yeah. That might be the first time I don't edit out a yawn, because I don't have time to. I yawned in the front video. I edited that out, though. I just don't like including yawns, because they're a bit strange. It's currently, like, late at night, and we're going to be setting off soon to go to the south of England, where I'll be spending a lot of time. And that's fun. Why are we setting off in the middle of the night? I don't know. But it's currently 2 a.m. and I'm sat here recording a podcast, and I'm very tired. I've been awake for, I think, 26 hours, which is always nice. PvP in Destiny 2, that's not always nice. So, I quite like the state that it's in terms of weapon balance. There are some things that need changing, you know, like scout rifles, they're my babies. I love scout rifles in Destiny, I always have them. They suck. Maybe make them not suck, that'd be nice. Auto rifles as well, if you're going to change anything, change auto rifles. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I used the Suros today on, like, the slow fire mode. It was alright, it wasn't competing with any pulse rifles, but it was, like, a good 36 to the head from, like, longer ranges. It was alright. I felt like the Suros is pretty crispy, but I just feel like to get an actual auto rifle that you want to use, you have to have a very specific role, and I don't know if anyone can be bothered getting that when you can just get like literally any pulse rifle and do good. So I don't really know. My other main issue is power ammo. I don't like it. So I think Datto said in his opinion on PvP video, he liked it in D1 because you got heavy ammo, like, what was it, once a game? There'd be 30 seconds of mayhem, and then everyone would just calm down again and go back to how it was. Power ammo spawns so often in D2 that, like, that it feels like every other fight that you get into is against a guy with a heavy machine gun. And it is always heavy machine guns, because what madman uses like a grenade launcher in this day and age that isn't the mountaintop? Or like, you know, like swords. They were a thing once upon a time, and unless you're like using them to peek around corners... unless you're using them to peek around corners, they're not very good either. So, you know, like, I just... So change power ammo. Buff scout rifles, please, and also change supers. I don't think anyone is happy with the state that the super balance is in, because it's a little bit balked. Super balance is a little bit strange, because, you know, we've got stuff like Titans running around for 95 minutes, shoulder charging things, Warlocks flying around for also 90 minutes, throwing swords at things, and Hunters going invisible and getting improved radar every single time they strike an enemy down with a headshot. And then there's stuff like the One-Eyed Mask, which I think even Titan players can say, yeah, the One-Eyed Mask's a bit not fun to fight against. Like, you shoot them, and then you die because you get marked, and then they get an overshield for killing you, and then, you know, like, who wants that? One of the things that I noticed was when I first restarted playing Destiny 2 was it was very unfun to lose to a man that had an overshield due to him killing someone that I wasn't even involved in. Like, the Titan can kill someone else in a fight that I wasn't even remotely near, and then he can kill me because he won that fight, because he has the overshield. And it's not very fun, to be honest. I honestly don't really like it, and I don't think many people do outside of, like, Titan players. And through playing competitive playlists as well, like, fighting 4 one-eyed masked titans isn't fun because, like, every single person on their team has this exact same bonus, and it's just not nice. And I want the exotic to be tuned down. It's a cool idea. Oh god! But it doesn't work in practice. There you go. That's 3 yawns I've not edited out. That means I'm going to have to edit out the next 95 yawns after this video. Anyway, I've talked about Destiny 2 for 10 minutes. What else can I talk about? Video game. I guess we might as well stay on the video game topic until we move to, like, the other stuff topic. I'm gonna attempt to keep these podcasts in, like, video game topic and then other stuff topic, unless it was like the last podcast where I didn't talk about video game. Oh no, I talked about Pokemon at some point, but I talked about Toy Story beforehand. Anyway, Hero came out for Smash. In the For Honor video, I said, "Oh, I quite like him. He's very fun." I've changed my mind to an extent. I still think he's a fun idea, but I think the amount of randomness on him is a bit strange. Like, I like the idea that he's stupidly random. I think that he should be random, and it's a cool idea, and I quite like the idea, but I just think his projectiles need to be toned down if he's going to be a sword fighter as well. Like, he's a good sword fighter. He has good, like, down tilt, good. Forward tilt, good. Up tilt, also good. Smash attacks, really good. They can crit. Besides up smash, I don't really think that's a very good... I always say I think forward tilt's better than... No, forward tilt. Up tilt's better than up smash. But, you know, it's a bit whatever. But, like, I have no problem with him randomly one-shotting people or randomly going into metal mode or one-shotting himself. I have an issue with him having a projectile that he fires out, explodes, and also has a wind hitbox, so it sucks you into the explosion. I have an issue with that. I also have an issue with this fact that a fully charged side B can, like, obliterate you, like, by skimming it. Like, I main Jigglypuff. She's light. I get skimmed by that thing. Not only do I take, like, 35%, I also fly to, like, Minnesota and back. It's not very nice. And that might just be me as, like, a Jigglypuff player being a bit, oh, sword fighters, they're bad, they have good aerials. I'm meant to have good aerials, but I think he's going to have good aerials and good tilts and good smashes, and also good projectiles, good side B. Like, maybe he doesn't need the down B to provide him 37,000 moves. But that's just me. Oh, I'm yawning again. Fuck me. Oh no, I'm not allowed to swear. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, yeah. So that's Hero. Other characters were rebalanced. Like Mewtwo, his tail got chopped off basically for his hitbox. That's nice. Nothing happened to Kirby. That upset me because I like Kirby. Kirby's fun. Kirby's like Jigglypuff but slightly worse. But I've always kind of enjoyed playing Kirby a little bit more than Jigglypuff, for no reason, really. And then a whole bunch of other characters got buffed and nerfed, which I don't particularly care about. And that's probably the end of the Smash talk. Like, Banjo and Kazooie's coming out in a couple of months, I assume like 3 or 4. I don't really care about that character. I never really wanted them in Smash. In all fairness, I've never played a Banjo and Kazooie game, so I didn't really have, like, opinions on the character to want them to be in. I was more bothered about Hero, and I'm still happy that Hero's here, and, you know, I'm happy that more people are being exposed to Dragon Quest through Hero, but maybe not make him the best character ever added to the game. Maybe do that. I mean, I don't like playing top-tier characters. It's why I stopped playing Raider in Smash, and it's also why I kind of dropped Titan a bit, because Titan is seen as a top-tier option for PvP in Destiny 2. So, fuck me! Wow, I'm so pissing tired. I'm not actually tired, I'm just yawning. So, yeah, Smash is a thing. I guess as well to talk about new characters, there's Jordan, the For Honor one. He's alright. He's still not out yet, because I'm recording this the same day as the For Honor video. He hits people for like 50 damage when he knocks them over. That's Fun. He drains stamina so he can knock them over more often. Again, fun. He has unblockables so he can do out of stamina pressure to again knock you over more. That's fun. His heavies knock you over. Fun. His bashes knock you over. Fun. He's just a Centurion rework. Like, give that to Centurion and make another character. I don't know what, but I feel like you could do more with a new character than just give them what everyone wanted Centurion to be. Stop fucking yawning, Jesus Christ. I probably won't play the new character. I played Hidakiri quite a lot. I didn't play any Blackbriar though. I think I'm like level 8 Blackbriar. I never particularly liked him. I always just felt like, yeah, it's a shield boy, but it's a worse shield boy than Conqueror. Which is how I feel about most characters. Like, yeah, you're just worse than Conqueror though. Alright, we had 5 minutes talking about Smash and For Honor. What else can I talk about? I guess I can talk about music. Music's a thing I like a lot. I listen to music pretty much consistently throughout like the entire day. It's very rare that I'm not listening to something or listening to a new album or one of the same ones that I've been listening to for about 3 years. Top 2 favourite bands, Wolfpack and Tupperware Remix Party. They're both very nice. Wolfpack is a very nice funk band. They're like they're like bass noises and stuff. Very good. Tupperware Remix Party are like synth-wavy, kind of like popish. I really like them. They were one of my favourite bands when I was a bit younger, like 12 years old, and they still are, and I like them. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Oh, I thought of another topic to talk about, but it's video games, so we'll talk about that after the music one. The new Tupperware Remix Party album, Return to Wherever, came out, and bloody hell, I love it. It's really good. I guess I should name my favourite songs on the album for anyone who cares. My favourite one's Under the Sun, then All Night Forever, then Typhoon Turnpike. The album is really good and I've grown to like it a lot more. My main issue with it though is it felt like a lot of filler, and I feel like I've been spoilt by the last album, which was Together Through Time, which was honestly probably the best album they'll ever make in terms of an album. Like, I think it was 12 songs, like just over an hour long, a whole bunch of collaborations and stuff. Starlight Brigade was on it, which recently went pretty viral due to the music video coming out. Speaking of which, that music video is so good. It's all 80s anime, like animation. Reminds me a lot of Cowboy Bebop, which I'll talk about later because I've started watching that. Thanks to Sand, who I will not thank at all, because that's not how this shtick works, Sand. You should know this. You be nice to me and I do not be nice back. Haha. You want to kill your dog. He doesn't, but I say that he does. Anyway, Starlight Brigade was on it. The other songs, like Life Party, that's a good song. Synthesize Her, which is where the name Synth is from, which is why I'm called Synth, although I don't actually use that name on anything other than YouTube. I just use Sniff now, because it's a funnier name and it's more original. So, I'd probably change the channel name to Sniff at some point, maybe not, I don't know. I've changed the channel name so many times before now, I don't actually know if I'm allowed to, because I probably have like a 3-month gap or something, and I had to change it recently. Anyway, that's a thing. So, my thoughts about it being filler. The album is set up as a radio show, so it's a guy working for LADY Radio, premiering the new album, and that's a cool idea, except when you realise that 3 of the songs are introducing other songs. Back in Town, I believe that's the first song, is the one from, I want to say the trailer, from the teaser they uploaded on the YouTube channel. Which is good, but that's just, opening up the album. I had no problem with that. I like it when albums have like an opening song. I honestly quite like it. Then LADY Radio, the actual song, I think that was introducing something? It was introducing a thing. It might have been All Night Forever. I'm not sure. I've not listened to the album in about a day, so I've forgotten everything, because I have the memory of, like, a sparrow. So that's a thing. Then there's one other introduction. I think, is it Under the Sun that they introduced? Nah. It's not. It's not Typhoon Turnpike. It's not Under the Sun. Is it Hidden Potential? I'm not sure. Hidden Potential is also very good. My least favorite song on the album, like actual song and not like 1 minute filler track, is probably either Generous Dimensions or Cosmic Tides. I'd say Cosmic Tides. It just doesn't click with me as much as the others, but like all the other songs are fucking banging, and they always are with Twerp. Go listen to Twerp. I want to talk about general Twerp opinions now, because I have a lot of opinions about Tupperware Remix Party. The main one, and it's a weird complaint, because I completely respect why they do it, is the fact that they don't show their face. They wear costumes and masks. So there's the thing. All the characters have a lot. If you ever want a fun read, there is a Reddit page about the lore of Tupperware Remix Party. Read it. It's honestly really good. It just sounds like Dr. Sung got drunk one day and just blurted out whatever was on his head and read it onto Reddit, and then just, I don't know, like created lore for 4 fictional characters played by Canadians, which is what they are. So there's Dr. Sung, traffic cone on your head, like he's like a warrior of funk or something, I don't know. Commander Meouch, he's a lion. He eats people, well, tries not to anymore, and he was a funk smuggler who got into a fight with Lord Phobos, who's a spaceman and plays the guitar, whose planet was destroyed by Meouch. That's a fun fact. And then there's Hav, who went to, like, drum camp with Sung, and then his heart is a drum, and he was found in an ice cave in the hit, and he doesn't understand innuendo. That's like the main thing. But anyway, because they all play characters and they all wear masks, no one knows what they look like, which I have no issue with. I like it way more that way. Because although I am sure there are 4 dazzlingly handsome chaps, it is quite nice when you like don't know what the band looks like. It gives this kind of anonymity. That's not the right word. Anonymity? It gives a sense of unknown about them. I study English. I should know these things. Gives a source of unknown, and it's like, oh, cool. But because not only have we not seen their face, we've only ever heard 2 of them talk, I think, unless I've missed something. Song does all of the singing, and he's also the main presence on stage, and Meouch occasionally shouts fuck yeah into a microphone and dedicates all the songs to the ladies tonight. So we've only heard 2 of them talk. Like, Phobos, I think, made the national anthem of Japan at some point through like a little beep bop machine, so that's I guess his like lore voice. And Hav, I think, just sits in that chair and is like eternally glued to it playing the drums, which I don't mind because I love his drums. But my issue is, because you only hear 2 of them talk and only 2 of them are a massive stage presence, the band just kinda seems like it's Sung and Meouch and then the other 2, which it's alright, but like I don't know, it just feels like it's missing, because you don't know what the other 2 have ever incorporated to it, and you don't know what, like, Phobos and Hav, like, bring themselves, you don't know their personalities or anything. Like, it feels like Sung and Meouch, like, from what we know about Sung and Meouch on stage, they're both huge, charismatic guys, and so are their songs, so you just get the feeling that everything was written by them, although I'm sure it's not true at all. I just get that feeling. It's a little bit weird, but I love the band. I don't want that to take away from any of it, because pretty much every song that they've made has been in a playlist of mine for about 4 years now. Stuff like Computer Wife, I've been listening to for way over 5 years, I think, depending on how old it is. I just pulled that number out of my arse. It's been a long time. And that's all nice and fun, and I'm looking forward to the new album. And please, for the love of fuck, at one point, come to England. I will pay double to get to see you guys live. I love, without wanting to sound really nerdy and over the top, I fucking love you guys. Like, anyone that can make music that I've been listening to for 5 years non-stop and genuinely hold, like a love for all of your songs, like, I fucking love you guys. Anyway, that's a thing, I guess. There are my opinions on Twerp and the new album. Go listen to the new album. It's on Spotify. Very nice, as all albums are. Just use Spotify. If you still use SoundCloud in the year 2019, you do confuse me deeply. And anyone that uses YouTube for music, you also confuse me. Just use Spotify. And then deal with the fact that most indie songs aren't on there. But besides that, you know, it's all nice and handy-dandy. Segues are odd. The TF2 economy died this week, which I've spoken about before in a TF2 video that you'll probably never see, unless you do, because I ended up editing it, and it was alright. Basically, I edited a video, and I felt the audio was a bit off, as it usually is, but it was like, I just wasn't really feeling it that day. And if I can like scavenge that video back in the power of editing, it might come out, but don't count on it. But anyway, I spoke about the economy dying in that, because there was a bug that let people unbox a bunch of hats, and then they made them private, so it didn't, like, nothing happened. Like, the economy just went back to normal, and a whole bunch of people have hats now. That's pretty much it. People are still saying, oh, it's the death of TF2. No, it's not. The hats are in people's backpacks. And as much as I would love for the hats to be tradable again, so that I think that having this idea of $5 unusuals available to the masses is a really good idea for the economy, because it would stimulate it again massively, and high tier trades and any other gem that isn't first or third would be unaffected. So your high tiers stay high tier, but your low tiers get like this new wonderful little market of people that can all afford it because everyone has $5, and ooh, it'd be lovely. And I wish they made them tradable again. Please do that, Valve. I would quite like that. So that's the TF2 economy dying, I guess. There are, like, I don't know, like, what more can I say about it? Like, there was a bug, there was a 100% unusual chance. That's pretty much it. I don't understand. How the hell did, like, Pyro Joe get 10 minutes out of this? And, like, I swear Doomsday got like 20 minutes out of it. I might have made both of that up. I didn't actually watch either of the videos, because I don't watch TF2 YouTube besides Woolen. In all fairness, I watch everything Woolen, not just TF2. Hi Woolen, love you, BB. I donate to your streams every now and again. Please, I was gonna say donate back, but I don't stream, so don't donate back and save your money so that you can buy like feta cheese, and then have a wonderful feta cheese and pasta dish, and then upload a Cooking with Woolen video about it. That'd be nice. Anyway, what was I saying? How the hell did people get, like, 10 minutes out of the TF2 economy dying? Literally, it was just, oh, some hats are unboxed. Unusuals are worth $3 now. Alright, don't sell your items, because Valve will probably fix it. Alright, bye. Like, that's pretty much all you had to do. But then there's like, hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Putis Slayer 46. How are you? Today we're going to be finding out how these unusuals are causing massive economic crises in the western Chinese district of Portobello Mushrooms. Now for my Minecraft intro. That's like how a lot of people... That really hurt my throat, Jesus. That's what a lot of people did about the economy thing. Like, CJ, I'll let him off because he said the Great Depression, and I thought that was a haha funny joke that not a lot of people liked, but I don't care. The Great Depression is a funny joke to me. But now it's all fixed, and you don't have to worry about it anymore, and my head warmer isn't worth $2.80 anymore, and my birdcage isn't worth £1.70. So that's always nice and dandy, like flowered baby's candy. That's not an expression that people say at all. Now what do I talk about? Hello, welcome to anime time. I've been watching Cowboy Bebop because a smelly Finnish child said I should, and then said I was watching it wrong because I should watch the dubbed version because apparently it's the best dub ever. So I watched one episode of the dubbed version, didn't like it, and then went back to sub. I've been watching anime dubbed, no, not dubbed, subbed for like 7 years, 8 years. So watching it dubbed, yeah, that's it, is just odd to me because I automatically like. For one, I automatically like associate the art style with Japanese, and I also automatically associate being on Crunchyroll with hearing Japanese because I've had a Crunchyroll account for years now. As much as some people really don't like Crunchyroll, I just like it. Like there's some anime that they don't have, but they have the vast majority of stuff. And if there's anything they don't have, you can find it on the internet somewhere else. I would recommend Crunchyroll account. I do think they are worth it. But anyway, Cowboy Bebop, that's pretty nice. It's all like, 3, 2, 1, marmalade. Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum. That's how it works. I like it. It seems fun and all bouncy, and it's like not taking itself too serious. I don't know why I'm like reviewing Cowboy Bebop. It's been out since like the 80s. Everybody knows what Cowboy Bebop is. I'm really liking it. I'm like, oh, Jack, why didn't you watch it sooner and be a good boy who ate his vegetables and didn't like cry consistently until the age of 8? Am I giving away too much detail? Probably not. I cried a lot as a child, and probably still would if I didn't have a reputation to. I don't have a reputation to upkeep. I just gave up crying because I got bored of it. There's only so much moisture a body can have, and I ran out of that about 2006 when the massive sponge crisis of 2006 happened. Where all of the moisture was sucked out of children so that they could be fashioned into eye drops for spiders, because they have like 97 eyes. I'm just talking shite, because I'm running out of things to say about Cowboy Bebop. And I actually went into this podcast thinking, oh, I've got loads to talk about, this will be an hour episode, and then I worked out that all of the topics, like, there isn't much to talk about. Being a YouTuber is, well, I'm not even a YouTuber, being a person that uploads videos is hard, because, like, there's all the stuff about, oh, get things to the 10-minute mark, and I understand that if you're doing, like, live commentaries, or heavily edited stuff, like the stuff that Alpharad does. I fucking love Alpharad, by the way. Hey, Jacob, I don't know, I'm saying hey to a lot of people today that aren't going to see this, but hey, Jacob, I like your videos, make more. Also, tell Trav he kind of smells funny. Anyway, I've never met either of them. Trav could be a lovely man that smells of roses, for all I know. But if you're making stuff like that, I understand how you get it to 10 minutes, because it's like all edited and fun, and like you can keep the interesting bits of conversation in, or you can just react to the gameplay that's going on. But I don't understand how people can make like daily 10-minute videos about like shite that they've done, or like stuff I was saying earlier with the TF2 economy crashing. How do you get 10 minutes out of that? It's so difficult. You just, oh, the economy's dying, don't sell your stuff. Alright, it'll be fixed soon, bye. Like, it's like that. There you go, that was 10 seconds. And people got 10 minutes out of it. It fucking blows my mind the level that people can just pander and waffle and talk shite in their YouTube videos. Coming from me, whose entire premise of videos is talking shite whilst like playing games like For Honor and TF2, like it even amazes me people's ability to talk shit. I wish I had the ability to do that and not fucking have to pause all the time and think about actual conversation topic that people might like anime or video games. It's why I can't be a streamer, because I've ran out of shite to say after half an hour, of a podcast. And I guess it is different if you've got a live audience watching you, or you've got the game to talk about. But I'm not that interesting of a guy, and I'm not that, like, I'm not funny nor entertaining. So, like, why stream or make podcasts for that matter? But shut up, I like making these. Anyway, this is incredibly off topic. In other anime news, JoJo ended this week, and I will now say that Part 5 is the best JoJo part. And I don't like saying that because it's the newest one, and everyone will say, "Oh, Part 5's the best one because it's new and it's all shiny and fresh and whatever." But no, seriously, if it wasn't for the fact that you still have to watch the other parts to know what's going on, I would tell people to start at Part 5 because it's honestly way better than anything else that's been made. I guess I can give my JoJo opinions. Part 1, it's alright. You can tell it was written in the 80s, and you can also tell that they only got given a small amount of episodes to do the entire thing. I honestly think that JoJo would have worked a lot better if Part 2 and Part 1 swapped places. I think that having Part 2 as a big, full-on, fleshed-out Part 1 part, and then a smaller part explaining the origin of the Joestar bloodline, and also explaining, like, what the deal with the masks are, and like where the power of vampires, and also explaining like Speedwagon's connection and stuff. I think that would work a little bit better given the amount of episodes that were there. But that's just me, and I think that they do serve fine as opening parts, especially considering how often Joseph is used in the series and stuff. Like, setting him up in a big full-on part is good. But that's Part 1. Joseph also wasn't in Part 1, so I don't know why I mentioned Joseph. Part 2, it's alright. It's a smelly Finnish child's favourite part, and he won't fucking shut up about it. I don't really like it, just because I don't really like any of the Harmon parts, because Harmon's kind of boring, and I just think Stans are way more interesting and can provide way more interesting fights. I also don't like Joseph as a character, so that's probably why I don't like Part 2 very much. Part 3, it's a good part, it's very long, it's a very, very long part. I like it, I think Part 3 was where my interest peaked, but then also halfway through Part 3 was when my interest dropped in the anime. And cause I read the manga years ago, but for the anime I lost interest in it halfway through Part 3, and then picked it up again a couple of months later because I knew that it was going to be a really, really long part, because the manga for Part 3 was fucking massive. But I think it was by the time we got to like the second half, I just thought, it's not over yet. No, just end this already. Because I always liked Part 4 more, and I went to get to Part 4. Part 3 is good, it sets up Stans very nicely, it sets up some characters very nicely, like Jotaro, and I was going to say Koichi, he's not in it. Koichi and Kakuin, basically the same person, just one's not got a hole in them. It sets up Jotaro nicely, gives out some more like of the older Joseph. I like older Joseph quite a lot, because he's a bit more of a teacher. I like Avidol a lot more, though, than older Joseph. That's a thing. Part 4, visually, my favourite part. There's an amazing video by Funk, which most of you know Funk because I'm a TF2 channel. His video on the colour design in JoJo is one of my favourite videos about JoJo, and the stuff that he says about Mario is amazing, and it's stuff that I hadn't... I'd always noticed it, but I never put deep thought into the fact that the sky is piss yellow, and that grass is purple, and I really like Part 4. Josuke, also very cool. I love Kira, and the whole, Bites the Dust arc is genius, and Hayato is one of my favourite characters in any manga, an anime, I guess I should say. And I love the fact that they're not, trying to kill a demon that's possessed the entire earth, or, killing, a literal god like Joseph did. I like how it's just a disturbance in a small town where everyone knows everyone. It's like a weird game of Cluedo, but instead of like who ate the cake, it's who put this hand in a sandwich. Like that's always nice, and everyone loves a hand sandwich, like a ham sandwich, but with an M and a D in it. I am talking crap. Then part 5. I really like part 5. Giorno's a very cool character. I always liked part 5, by the way, but because I never actually saw the coloured versions of the manga. I think I always read the black and white ones, so I didn't know the colour design for part 4. So I've always kind of liked part 5 a little bit more manga wise and story wise. And then the animes came out, and I was like, changed my mind a bit. Anyway, part 5's cool. All of the stands are interesting because they moved away from punch ghosts. Punch ghosts were fun for part 3 because it fit the big muscly men aspect, and it also kind of fit in part 4, even though there were less punch ghosts. But part 5, there's Golden Experience as a punch ghost. There's the Sticky Fingers, or Zipper Man, I don't know, whichever one you want to say. And then there's also not Moody Blues, he's not Punch Ghost. And then the Spice Girls, she's a Punch Ghost as well, but she has... But all 3 of those characters also have, like, powers to their punches. It's not like Star Platinum, where he just punches shit. Like, Golden Experience brings stuff to life. Sticky Man, Zipper Fingers, he can make like small, basically black holes or pocket dimensions in people by punching them, and Spice Girl can make things squishy, which is a cool power because it can stop bullets, or it can soften blows, or it can do anything. Also, if she just punches a single person, she can turn their spine into glue, or like their brain into glue, and just melt them and make them a weird pile of fleshy meat slush, which I wish she did, because I want to see Trish be bad. Trish is one of my favourite characters. She's so fucking badass. Trish is so cool. And I just kind of wish that more happened with her than her being kind of a damsel in distress for 3/4, and then for the final quarter her being just an actual character that didn't actually have many fights besides Notorious B.I.G. and maybe one other I've kind of forgotten. Yawn! Fuck off. Yeah, so that's a thing. So it also ended this week, so the Rolling Stone arc happened. I've always liked the Rolling Stone arc. I always thought it was a good way to end because fucking Diavolo. I won't say what happens to Diavolo, but what happens to Diavolo as quick as it does wouldn't make a good ending. So I'm glad they did the Rolling Stone arc, and I don't want to spoil Rolling Stone because it's really good, but like I don't know, I don't want to particularly talk about it in case someone's not seen it or is getting to that point. But if you've not watched the end of part 5 yet and you're like getting to it, or you're watching the other parts, like, look forward to part 5. It's got some of the best stands, some of the best characters. Like La Squadra is my favourite set of villains. I love every single member of La Squadra, including the man that makes shit small. I've forgotten his name, but he's very nice. I like him because he has a cool power that he just doesn't use right. He used it to slowly shrink Narancia when he should have just, like, shrunk the car with Narancia in it, and then he just would have died. And I wish that they did that more, and I keep wanting to say Sakurai, that's not the right man. Araki, which again, probably is the wrong Japanese man, but I watch so much anime and read so much manga that a lot of Japanese names just blend into one. Araki needs to go for the more just fucking flat out murdering people aspect, or like attempting to kill off main characters and causing really bad damage to them more than like... I like the psychological part of JoJo, like when people don't know what stands do and all that stuff, but every now and again I just want to see someone explode into meat slush, and that'd be very nice. So more meat slush please, I guess. I'm young. Right, I actually don't think I can carry this podcast on for much longer, so I'm probably going to end it here because I've run out of things to talk about, and I'm also going soon, and I need to edit this still. So, thank you for watching the I won't say the rambliest episode, but there's only been two. The so far most rambly episode of the SNTcast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, my blancmange boys.